Bandwidth for this podcast is brought to you by CacheFly at CACHEFLY.com.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to MacBreak Work. We're here again with Richard Harrington. Rich.
It's all good.
From Red Pixel, and we are talking about Pages again.
Yeah. Pages has some really useful styles that are built in. And they're not actually new to 09, but so few people use them that I wanted to bring it up because it just completely makes it easier to do your document.
I still feel like a lot of us, even though I've had Pages since the day it was released, and I still feel like I'm just kind of starting to use it, you know, and so it's great. So these are how to change the styles across the entire document, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so a lot of people don't know what styles are, but when you're doing things like headings or titles or bullet list, a lot of people do that manually. They'll go through and they'll say, oh, that's 14 point and I made it blue, and that's a waste of time.
Well, yeah, because then you're sitting there cutting and pasting every header all the way through a 20-page document.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that. So, you know, what we did here is, you know, we've got this here, and that's a title.
Right.
And, you know, and when I go to another section, there it is again.
Right.
You know, but let's say you've been working and you go, oh, I don't know, I don't like how that looks. I changed my mind.
Right.
Well, we could select that, and you know, it says that's the title style.
Right.
Well, let's just call up the inspector, and we'll go ahead and call up the fonts panel and pull that over just a little bit. We say, you know, I don't want to use ultra light, maybe just regular light.
And it's going to change that all the way through the entire document.
It didn't yet.
Oh, it didn't yet.
It will in a minute. And so, you know, we say, we're almost there. And you say, well, all right. And I'm looking at the text inspector. I say, I don't want that much space after the paragraph, you know, maybe 40 point.
Okay.
So, okay, we had that. Now, see how it's red here? It's saying this isn't the same.
Somebody's off the reservation.
Yeah, it's not right.
Right, okay.
And so we can click on that and say, well, either update it,
right,
you know, put it back to the way it was, or redefine the style based upon the selections. And once we redefine it, then all the pages do update.
Right.
So now that it has that new look.
Fantastic.
So that's just a big save. You know, so
and you can do that not just for that, but all the headings and all your captions and everything else.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you can go all the way through all of those pieces.
If we wanted this one bigger, we selected it. It was a heading level 1. We could say, oh, make that, you know, 15 point, you know, 16 points. All we have to do is say redefine based on selection.
Right.
And if you don't have a style and you need one, like you made one from scratch, you could just select some text and say, oh, I want to go ahead and create a new style based on my selection.
So you're not limited to whatever's automatically here. You can make any sort of style that you need.
Yeah, and individual document templates will have their own style. So these are not global. This is to that particular document.
Got it.
And then you have another style here called character style.
Okay.
And so character style affects just the word selected.
Right.
So if we said, you know, I really wanted this, but I wanted this to be red text because that was really important. So I could say that that's, you know, and I say, oh, that's good. And I'm going to make a new style here, and we'll just call that urgent.
Right.
And so these character styles override these other styles.
And the way it's stacked is it does this first, and then it adds whatever this is to it.
Right. So if we wanted to add that urgent style here, we could,
Right.
you know, and it changed it. You know, so that works really well. And obviously it changed it based on that point size.
Exactly.
But you see it's pretty flexible.
Yeah.
And so really simple. The other cool thing is if you said, well, I want to make a quick look here, I could just say, oh, go ahead and select all uses of that particular style in the document. So super easy, works great. The other advantage of using styles here, you know, let's say you change your mind, you want to change that back, you say, oh, that's just a title style. Wait, it's not changing. You got to double click.
Okay.
So,
and that pushes everything back into the system.
Yeah, so if you have no styles applied, it's a single click. If you've
Right.
applied styles and you want to override, double click.
Got it.
Because people sit there all day. Once you've used those styles, though, they're really useful for things like a table of contents.
Because everything's organized. You're giving Pages some handles to know what's going on.
This is a heading, this is a subheading.
Right.
So all we say is insert, and you know, well, let's just click in there so it knows where to go. Insert table of contents. And it says, what do you want in your table of contents?
So that's a lot less work than what I was doing.
Yeah, and probably a lot less work than I was doing too. So
not that I'm bitter or anything.
And we can say, oh, include the third level headings if there's level 3 headings, or don't include them. And
these are all coming from the stuff that you had over here?
The styles.
Right, so all the styles over there, and that, so it's not just styles, you're really grouping data together.
Yeah, it's an organization. So those styles work great because they drive things like a table of contents. And what happens is as you add new pages, whenever you open this, it updates. Whenever you hit save, or you can manually update it by saying update now.
Right. So and that's great because you're not, a lot of times the way, when I've brute forced it, the big problem has always been that then you have to go back and figure out where all those things are. Here, no matter how big your document gets, you're going to always just have, those pages are going to be correct.
Yeah, and that just works really, really well. There's also a new thing here that's the ability to view things full screen.
Right.
And so we just say enter full screen there. It's under view.
There it is, and we know because there's a huge freaking arrow.
Yeah, because I forgot where it was. It's brand new.
You won't forget now.
Nope. And it takes the document full screen, opens that up.
Look at that.
And you can see it and you can work. And and then as you start to move around, there's the format bar. Over here is all our thumbnails.
This is the layout for ADD, which is,
all you're looking at is what you're working on.
Right, exactly.
No little cute things over here. No little background.
No Skype or iChat or the web or
no email beeping at you. Yeah.
That's so. Rich, where can people get more of this?
I got a blog called rastervector.com, and then of course we've been working on the official Apple Training Series guide to iWork, which I write.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us.
Sure.
And thank you for watching MacBreak work.